Well, very good afternoon, and welcome to the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University as the Buffs get set to host Adams State on this Sunday afternoon. 78 degrees, cloudless sky, wind out of the southwest at 5 miles an hour. And so, again, just a beautiful afternoon here at the pitch. The Buffs come in with a record of 1-2-1, while the Grizzlies are 0-3-0. WT and Adams State have met one time in their history. The one and only meeting came in September 14th in 2014, in which WT had 5 goals on the Grizzlies in Alamosa, Colorado. Grizzlies come to the pitch winless 3 games this season after opening the season with a 4-1 loss to Eastern New Mexico. Adams State dropped a pair of 1-0 contests to Lubbock Christian and Oklahoma Panhandle State. Offensively, Manuel Cola has the team's only goal on an assist from Tyler Zimbanelis. In goal, Zach Carr and Charles Manath have split time in goal, with Manath accounting for 180 of the Grizzlies' 270 minutes of play. A pair of goalkeepers have 10 serves and 6 goals. Here's our national anthem. Welcome back as we get ready for the starting lineups for this one today. For the Grizzlies of Adams State, Zach Carr will get the start in goal, the 6-foot senior from Brighton, Colorado. Quincy McDonald, Jaden Fambro, Tyler Zambonelis, Hans Christian Groting, Rafaelo Lopez, Brian Fernandez, Wool Manor, Julian Holta Peterson, Emmanuel Kolick, and Edward Hudkovic get the start for the Grizzlies. For the Buffaloes today, they will start Asif Cristal in goal, as he has all season long. Daniel Burton and Theo Bennett will be along the back line. Mateo Landis gets the start up front. Sam Scarth will be in the middle. Keaton Hartman will be along the wing. Venancio Calderon will also be along the wing. Elaj Diaoune gets the start as a defenseman today, but he is all over the field. Dylan Watson will be up front. DeJounte Davis also up front. And Josh Beeson gets the start from Warwickshire, England. So the Buffaloes looking for their second win in a row as they come into this one. After an hour delay on Thursday night, WT scored a goal-ahead go and hung on to win against Northwest Nazarene. The Buffs recorded their first win of the 23 season. With 17:50 on the clock before halftime, the game entered an intermittent lightning delay. The hour-long delay gave the Buffs time to regroup and formulate an attack before returning to the field. After a few minutes, Keaton Hartman dribbled the ball into the Nighthawks' defensive end before sending a centering pass to Ben Siri. On his first touch, Siri hammered the ball into the back of the net to give the Buffs the lead, which they hung on to and came away with that 1-0 win. The Buffs 1-2-1, the Grizzlies 0-3-0. We are set to get this one underway. Here at the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M, Bryce Sheets happy to be coming your way on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. Buffs in their white uniforms with maroon numerals. Grizzlies in their dark green road uniforms, white trim and white numerals. Buffs get it into the Grizzlies' end. Grizzlies trying to maneuver across the midline. This one's going to be taken back to the back defensive line. Chasing quickly for the Buffs is Josh Beeson. He has good speed. He's been kind of flying all over the place. Prays up front. Tries to make some things happen. Here's one taken away by the Buffs over at the midline. Now they'll come back and reset it. That's going to be kicked up ahead, trying to get it to Davis. Davis trying to control it, but lost it off his foot. That'll go out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies under the direction of Justin Guilford in his second season. The assistant coach, George Valenzuela, and Christoph Burkett. For the Buffaloes, Butch Lawfer in his 33rd season at the helm. Associate head coach James Crowder in his 10th season, and assistant coach Danny Alden for the Buffs. BT controls it. Diaune will get it back to Cristal, who will reset the offense for WT. Over on the far sideline to Daniel Burton. Burton will go back to the goalie. Now he'll swing it to the near side. Buffs going from right to left. Dribbling it up. Diaune will try to feed it up ahead, trying to get it to Beeson. Beeson tries to run it down, has it, tries to center it, keeps it in bounds. But now that'll go out of bounds, and there'll be a throw-in for the Grizzlies of Adams State. The Buffs, of course, a couple of losses to start the season, and here at home they've had a tie and a win. Buffs attacking. Here's a shot on goal, but pulling that one in, Zach Carr. He'll get it out quickly over on the far side, trying to drive it up to get it across the midline for the Grizzlies. Now here's pass back across. It's taken away by Davis. DeJounte feeds it up ahead to Beeson. Beeson trying to run up, but it's going to be taken out by the goalie. And quickly Beeson has it, centers it out. Calderon tries to go toward the middle. There's a header just too high, trying to feed it up. But Landis unable to get to it. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds. And they say that will be a throw-in for the Grizzlies. Buffs averaging 0.5 goals per game, while the Grizzlies 0.33. Buffs average about 12.5 shots per game, while the Grizzlies average 4.7. Header by the Buffs, controlling it on the far side. And Hartman trying to get her, Watson trying to feed that up along the far sideline, and ends up being a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Here's a feed up ahead, but WT will run it down. Diaune get it toward the middle. There's a feed up ahead. Landis trying to feed Benson, and that was a diving attempt by Zach Carr. He's able to pull that one in. That was a nice feed, trying to get it up to Beeson. 6'1" freshman from Warwickshire, England. There's a quick feed up ahead. Buffs control it as they get it close to the midline. Now we'll send it to the defensive line. Hartman will bring it across. Back to Burton. Burton will bring it all the way across to Diaune. Illich will bring it across to DeJounte Davis. That freshman will dribble through traffic. Feeds it up ahead. Calderon has a shot, and that's going to be wide. So an effort by Menencio Calderon, the 5'4" sophomore from El Paso, got the start today over Brian Martinez. So quickly getting it in, the Buffs with a theft. That's going to be knocked out of bounds, and that'll be a WT throw-in. Hartman gets that in quickly. Beeson attacks, lobs it up toward to Davis. That's going to be cleared out by the Grizzlies. Diaune tried to control it, but just bounced wildly off his knee and goes out of bounds. There'll be a throw-in for the Grizzlies. Throwing it in will be Emmanuel Kulich. Buffs control it. Over on the far side, Grizzlies at the midline. They'll work it to the back defensive line to reset. Getting it over to the near side is Wool Manor. That's taken away by the Buffs. Daune gets it up ahead. Calderon will feed it to the near side of Davis. DeJounte, freshman from Prosper, Texas, tries to dribble through traffic. It's taken away by the Grizzlies. Buffs lob it up ahead. Calderon goes to the far side. Here's a dribble through traffic by Hartman. Gets it up to Davis, back over on the far side. Calderon will feed it to Watson. Watson, bring it back. Calderon will feed it to the back line. Now they'll reset. Calderon puts his foot into it, trying to get it to Beeson. Beeson is there, but he can't get it. The goalie comes up, runs into his own defenseman, trying to come up with the ball. So Carr will put this one in play. Grizzlies drill over on the far side. Try to feed it up ahead, but that's going to be out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for the Buffs. Quickly, the Buffs attack, and it comes to Beeson. Beeson falls down, and that's going to be a push called on Adams State. So Sam Scarth will put this one in play. Scarth, the senior from Liverpool, England. He was firing the team up before they went out on the pitch. So Scarth gets set to go, puts his foot into it. High arcing toward the corner, but Carr able to run that one down, and he'll bring it out. Carr will roll it to the far side. Trying to dribble up is Peterson. Gonna go back to Carr. He'll come over on the near side. Jaden Fambro will put his foot into it across the midline. That's going to be headed up by the Buffs. Watson right there trying to control. Goes back on the far sideline, though, and that's going to be booted out by Cristall. That one's going to be headed up by the Grizzlies. Now the Buffs have it. They attack. Here's from Scar up ahead, from Watson up ahead, trying to make a pass into Beeson, and that one's going to be kicked out by the Grizzlies, so a throw-in for the Buffaloes. Buffs get it in, trying to be aggressive. Kick it over on the far side, and that's going to be an offside called on the Buffaloes. And two guys up ahead of the defense. So, a goal kick for Zach Carr. Senior from Brighton, Colorado, will put this one in play. Carr is ready, puts his foot into it. It's going to be headed up. Buffs will send this back into their offensive end. That's going to be headed back. Lob that up to the right side. Trying to drive is Landis. Feed over to the middle. Sam Scar. Scarth gets it over on the right side. Now the Buffs will reset. Trying to dribble through pressure. Hartman controls it. Sliding tackle to take that one away. Watson back to Hartman. Keaton will dribble to the right side. And that's kicked out of bounds by the Grizzlies. Wool Manor knocked that one away. So a throw in for the Buffs. They have it on their offensive end. Here's a give and go. Shot toward the middle. There's a shot on goal. That's great. Drive and a great kick for the Buffaloes. What a drive to the middle from Dylan Watson, the sophomore from Flower Mound, as he just kind of dribbled through traffic and found the left corner post and was able to drive that in for the goal. And the Buffs lead 1-0 over the visitors.
Scored by your Buffs number 21, Dylan Watson.
Again, a nice effort, nice goal by Dylan Watson.
In the first half, WT 1, ASU 0.
So that goal came at the 34:50 mark, 10:17 mark. Dylan Watson found the left goal post and found the corner. So Buffs lead it 1-0. Of course, WT played the Grizzlies in football last week, a week ago. Came away with a home win. Won last night over Midwestern State. The ladies took a 2-1 loss on the road. There's a throw-in. They're going to call that. I believe he raised his foot. He was trying to get that in. So the Grizzlies get it back at the midline. Trying to drive over on the far side. Trying to get it down in the corner. It's going to go out of bounds. Quincy McDonald was down there trying to work along with Brian Fernandez. So throw in for the Grizzlies. They control it in their offensive end of the field. Buffs trying to come away with a theft and do. Calderon changes direction. And it's put in play by Davis. Goes all the way across the pitch. Trying to get it. There's a scramble for a loose ball, and I think that's a foul going to be called on the Buffaloes. So just trying to jockey for position over there was Watson. Well, Manor will put this in play. Drives it up ahead. It's going to be headed back by the Buffaloes. They'll bring it across the pitch over on the near side. There's a pass up ahead by Bennett. Pass to Davis on the near side. He tries to give the give back to Dioune. Dioune tries to trick it in the middle. And got his direction changed, and so it goes out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick.
They called it out on WT.
So it'll be goal kick for.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Grizzlies. That's taken away on the far side by Watson. Feeds it in the middle to Landis. Landis with a left-footed goal, just a little wide. Landis had a good look at that one. Mateo, the 6-foot sophomore from Vitre, France. Played at Georgia Southwestern before coming to WT. So another goal kick for Zach Carr. So Carr gets set to put his foot into it. Davis jumps high in the air to head that one, then kicks it up ahead. That's going to be returned by the Grizzlies. Trying to move it back. And there's going to be a penalty called on Quincy McDonald trying to get position on Theo Bennett, the 6'1" junior from Chester, England. So it'll be a free kick for the Buffs. And that'll be so Chris Stahl, who put this one in play, goes over to the far side of the field. Bennett will return it to Burton, who now will bring it over. Elodge will take it across the midline. Sends it up to Beeson. Back to Elodge. Elodge attacks to Davis. Davis crosses over. Goes to Scarth. Scarth way across the field. Go over to Hartman. Down in the corner to Watson. Watson will bring it back. Finds Scarth. Scarth will dribble over back to Keaton Hartman. He'll lob it up. Davis runs it down. He controls it. Davis tries to change direction. Nice defense applied by the Grizzlies to Scarth. Scarth, take it inside. Looks, now tries to feed it across the net. It's going to be kicked out of bounds. Coming over to knock that one away. Will Manor, he is, by the way, he's 6'7", junior from London, England. So Will Manor, the 6'7" defender, using his height to knock that one away. So it'll be a corner kick for the Buffaloes. Landis, Mateo will get set to put it in. Mateo puts his left foot into it. It's going to be headed up, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds. As Keaton Hartman tried to get up in the air. Knock that one away. Some subs coming in for the Grizzlies. In for the first time is Emmanuel
State, number 36,
Pinsey.
Caden Reese, number 42, Ezekiel Hernandez, and 45, Caleb Avila.
Caleb Avila comes in, the 5'9" freshman from Albuquerque. Also coming in was Caden Reese, 6'1" freshman from Colorado Springs. So a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Calderon controls it. Over to Davis. Davis has Beeson up ahead. Beeson has to make sure he's not offsides. It's control. Watson's shot's going to be knocked back. Buffs control it. Hartman along the back line will feed it over to Scarth. Scarth, his pass is deflected by the Grizzlies. They control it over on the far side of the field. Now they come to the near side, and that is Jaden Fambro. Feeds it up ahead, trying to get it to Reese. That's going to be taken away by the goalie for the Buffaloes. So Cristal will bring it out. Buffs lead it 1-0. 27 minutes left to play in the first half. Buffs get it ahead. Across the field. Scarth feeds it up ahead to Davis. Davis on the near side. Looks to dribble through. Does get around. Takes it toward the middle. Feeds it. Nope. Trying to dribble through traffic. Instead, Une will cross it in the middle. It's going to be Davis. That's going to be taken away by the Grizzlies. Quickly coming the other way. Buffaloes will grab that interception and take it back quickly. Theo Bennett will dribble across the midline over to Calderon. Benicio will get it to the back line, and that'll be Bennett's. Now Burton controls it. Comes all the way across to the near side. Elodge will control it. Feed it up ahead to Davis. Davis. There's a slide tackle taken out of bounds by Jaden Fambro, the 6' freshman from Layton, Utah, able to knock that one away. So it'll be a throw in for the Buffaloes. Elodge will get set to throw this one in. Goes back to Beeson. Beeson takes it in the middle to Scarth. Scarth will send this one up toward the middle, but that's going to be defended nicely by the Grizzlies. Controlling it is McDonald, but then it's taken away by the Buffs. There's a shot toward the goal as Zach Carr gets that high shot and will roll it out on the far side. Trying to control it is John Mark Messersmith, 6'1" freshman from Brighton, Colorado. Pass in the middle, taken away by the Buffs. Scarth will feed it up ahead, or excuse me, Landis will feed it up ahead. Beeson's shot is blocked. There's a scramble for the loose ball. Buffs have it. There's a shot by Watson, but it's going to be just to the left. Trying to spin the body around, trying to put a foot into that one. Dylan Watson was looking for his second goal. Under 25 minutes left to play here in the first half. Buffs lead it 1-0. Grizzlies will attack. They feed it up ahead. Scramble for the ball over on the far side. Hartman trying to send it to the middle. Here's Scarth, puts his foot into it up to Davis. Davis controls it, takes it in the middle, stops, then feeds it over on the left side. Calderon has it, winds it up to Beeson's shot is good! What a shot on a feed by, as Beeson gets that one into the left or the right corner.
Here comes
Josh
another
Beeson,
t-shirt.
the 6'1" freshman from Warwickshire, England, on a beautiful feed from Venancio Calderon. And so the Buffs.
That goal was scored by your Buffs number 28, Josh Beeson,
2-0
and assisted
lead.
by number 18, Venancio Calderon.
You watch on the replays, they get this
With
one
24 minutes and
nicely
14
up to
seconds left in the
Davis.
first half,
Davis
West Texas 2,
will work
Adams
it
State 0.
over. Nice spin there to Calderon. Calderon drives it ahead, feeds it in the middle, and then Beeson with the left foot puts it into the corner of the net. The Buffs lead 2-0. So Josh Beeson has his first goal here at home. Hit the assist, by the way, to Calderon. So 2-0 lead for the Buffaloes. Just coming up on the 23-minute mark left in this first half. Buffs have primarily been in the Grizzlies' end of the field, and they stay that way right now. Grizzlies trying to get something going offensively. Dribbling over to the far side is Renalfo Lopez, the senior from Hutto, Texas. Been to Hutto a few times. As he dribbles through traffic, feeds it up ahead. Now controlling it is McDonald. And that goes down in the right corner, and that is going to be saved by the Grizzlies. Here's a pass over to Calderon. Calderon will go out front, get it to Scarth. Sam will dribble it up, gets it on the far side of the field. Watson will drive it toward the middle. Here's a shot that's blocked. Coming back is Hartman. Keaton sends it on the right side to Beeson. Back to Hartman. His shot is going to be just wide to the left. Had a good angle on it. It was just wide to the left. So that'll be a goal kick for Zach Carr. Buffs have had 10 shots here in this first half. 3 shots on goal. They've connected on 2. Carr gets set to put this one in play as a host of substitutes get set to come in for the Grizzlies. So 2 for the Buffaloes. The next opportunity. Trying to run this one down is John Mark Messersmith. And that one's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a Buff throw-in for WT. There's a bunch of Grizzlies getting set to come in. For the Buffs, Chris Palomino will make his way out.
Entering the pitch for the Buffs,
Also
number 10,
coming
Adam
in.
Sosak. Number 35,
Adam Sosak comes in. And don't have on our program.
Number 35, Gabriel Navarez.
Gabriel Navarez, number 35. A host of new players also came in for the Grizzlies. We'll try to select some of those for you, but the Buffs control it, leading 2-0. Over on the far side, Buffs control it at the midline. As Bennett to the near side. Now goes out toward the middle. Scarth. Kick it down in the corner to Hardman. Back to Scarth. Come all the way across. As the back line, Bennett is playing in the Grizzlies' end of the field. That's going to be over on the right side. Hardman. Dribble out. Palomino tried to set it up over in the corner. Trying to run that one down is Caleb. It's it back to Hardman. Buffs have everybody up. Try to attack. Drive through traffic. There's a pass over the right side. Here's a shot toward the middle. That's going to be tipped up in the air, and that's going to be headed out of bounds. Nope, it's not going to be headed out of bounds. It's going to be kicked out of bounds, and that'll be a throw in for the Buffaloes. Buffs control it on the near side. Elaj Aune takes it over to Adam Sosak. Takes it in the middle. There's a shot, but that's going to be wide of the goal. Nice shot attempt by Mateo Landis. Corner kick for the Buffaloes. And that'll be Mateo Landis. Put his foot into it. Buffs set up their offense. Landis curls it up toward the goal. That one is going to be trying to slide that one in. For the Buffs was Theo Bennett's, but that one found the outside of the net. So instead, it will be a Grizzlies kick from the goalie, Zach Carr, 18 minutes left to play in the first half. WT leads 2-0. Buffs control it. They bring it over on the near side. Driving it is Adam Sosak. Sosak crosses, takes it in the middle. Nice feed up ahead. Oh, he was trying to get it up ahead to Landis. That was a beautiful feed, and unfortunately, Mateo just couldn't get there in time. And that one is hit off of Sam Scarth. Or check it off of Landis, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a throw in for the Buffs. Scarth throws this one in. We'll get it in. Landis trying to go across to Palomino. Buffs control it. Palomino will give a back kick over to Calderon. Trying to dribble out of traffic is Martin Freeman. Freeman will bring it to the near side. Clearing that out, Esteban Tavera. This one's lobbed up ahead. It's going to be headed up, and that's going to be a foul, I think, on the Buffs. A couple guys going up for it, and Hartman was trying to climb the ladder for a header. So player down for the Grizzlies as the trainer comes out to attend to him. So everybody gets together for the Grizzlies as head coach Justin Guilford sent in some words of encouragement. Hey, we'd like to recognize Dan Schumann, Edward Jones, as a proud partner of WT Athletics. Thank you for your continued support of our Buffs and Lady Buffs. The Canyon Chamber of Commerce is a proud partner of WT Athletics. The Canyon Chamber works with local businesses to provide economic growth for the city of Canyon. Thank you for your continued support of WT Athletics. We'd also like to thank Amarillo National Bank for their support of WT Athletics. Amarillo National Bank, locally owned, family strong, and here to stay. So the Grizzlies able to get Ben Brock to his feet, the freshman from Gilbert, Arizona. He'll walk over to the far sideline. They're going to attend to him over there. So he'll slowly walk around. Both teams bring players back out. So it'll be a Grizzlies throw-in on the far side of the field. Buffs with 16:33 left to play lead this one 2-0. That's going to be a foul called against the Buffaloes, and in particular, Gabe Navarez, the 5'10 sophomore from Gainesville. So getting set to put this in play will be Caleb Avila. Avila gets the free kick. 16 minutes left to play in the first half. This one's lobbed up. And controlling that, Crystal puts his foot into it, trying to get it up ahead. The Buffs had Landis up there, and that was going to be kicked out of bounds, and that will be a throw-in for WT. Buffs will get it in quickly. Over on the far side, Chris Palomino sends it in the corner. And that is going to be Navarez who will bring it out. Find Hartman. Hartman comes over to Sam Scarth. He'll bring it across the field. Diune controls it over to Sosak. Adam dribbling through traffic. Sends it to the middle to Landis. Back to Sosak. Back to Landis. Landis back to Sosak. Oh, and he got tripped up. Here's a shot for the Buffs. And that is in there for a goal. A corner kick. We'll see.
That's a Scarborough specialty goal.
See how that is scored. I think that may have been Navarez who got that one in. We'll wait and see how they score this one. Across the net. Coming back to the middle.
Here comes the T-shirts.
So the Buffs lead at 3-0 as we watch in the corner. And it's got tripped up there. And that was kicked back to the middle. And so it will be a 3-0 lead for the Buffaloes. They're still trying to sort it out as to who actually got credit for that. Buffs continue to keep it in the Grizzlies' end of the field. Here's a pass over the right side. Trying to drive down. Here's a shot on goal. It's in there again for the Buffaloes.
Here comes another T-shirts.
And that may have been Landis that put that one in. Or Chris Palomino. We're trying to see.
The goal was scored by your WT number 35, Gabriel Navarez.
So Navarez got that goal. And the Buffs now lead
with 14 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first half.
4-0.
Adam State 0.
So a breakaway for the Buffs. They lead 4-0. Buffs attack again over on the near side, trying to clear it. Esteban Taverini. Tavera will get it toward the middle. Driving it over on the far side is Keaton Reese. And there's an offside called on the Grizzlies. So it'll be a goal kick for the Buffaloes with just under 14 minutes left to play. Here in the first half, getting set to come in for WT, Trevor Suggs. The next opportunity. A pass over on the far sideline. It's Daniel Burton who controls it up ahead. Scarth trying to dribble away from traffic. About to Gabe. Kicks it all the way across to Sosak, but that's too far and out of Adams' range to pull that one in. So that'll be a throw-in for the Grizzlies. Esteban Rivera, 5'9" senior from Aurora, Colorado. Gets it in to Avery Richards. San Antonio sophomore will get it up ahead, but the Buffs will run it down. Theo Bennett's get it to the back line. Controlling it is Daniel Burton. Burton goes back to the goalie. Chris Dahl will reset the offense for WT. Goes back over to Burton. Back to the goalie. Buffs had 16 shots in this first half, 5 shots on goal, and they've connected on 4 of those. They lead 4-0. Buffs feed it up ahead. Toward the middle. And that's going to be a foul called. Trying to dribble through traffic was Hartman. Keaton gets up. And it'll be Sam Scarth who will put this one in play. Well, in 10, they'll change that, and it'll be Sosak who'll get set to put this in play. They bring Daniel Burton, 6'4" junior from San Clemente, jersey up. Here's a shot on goal. It's going to be kicked away. It'll go out of bounds, and that'll be a Buff throw-in. Before that, we got a substitute for the Buffaloes. Trevor Suggs, the 6'3" junior from Las Cruces, will make his way in.
Entering the pitch for the Buffs, number 14, Trevor Suggs.
And Landis will come out. Mateo Landis. Get a breather. Buffs control it over on the near side. Elaj Daune kicks it up ahead. Scarth. Kick it over to the far side. That'll be controlled by the Buffs. Up ahead to Hartman. And that's going to be taken away by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies attack. That's going to be knocked out of bounds. And so it'll be a throw-in for Adams State. So Adams State controls it. Trying to work through traffic there before it got away. It was Caden Reese. 10 minutes left to play in the first half. Buffs lead at 4-0. Be a Buffs throw in. So Clever Sibamana, the 6'3" sophomore from San Antonio, comes in for Calderon. Goal keep. Zach Carr controls it over to the near side as he gets it to Esteban Rivera. Buffs with the theft. They attack. Here's a pass. Trying to get it over to Suggs. Over to Scarth. We're on the right side, trying to dribble through traffic to the near side. Sosak, take it down with the left foot, now feeds it to the middle. There's a give back to Sosak. His shot is going to be knocked away by the goalkeeper. And that'll be a corner kick for the Buffaloes. Nice give and go. Very teammate friendly has been the Buffs' attack as they have been very unselfish, looking for the open player. So a corner kick for WT. And that's put in play. It's going to be headed up. Taking it away quickly, going across the midline for the Grizzlies. That was trying to get it up the field was Martin Freeman. Martin Fryman, excuse me, 5'7", freshman from Galway, Sweden. Again, for Adam Stay, Wolf Manor, the 6'7" junior, using his size as a defenseman. Buffs control it to the back line. Under 8 minutes left to play. Over the near side to Sosak. Sosak will bring it over. Sam Scarth. Scarth comes back. Theo Bennett goes over to the far side. Burton. Run this one down. 7:30 left to play. Burton controls it. Hardman comes over to the middle. Bennett will take it back to the goalie as Cristal will control it. Trying to load up as Scarth. Scarth gets it over to Subamana. That's going to be fed up on the far side to Navarez. Gabe will feed it back to the middle to Palomino, trying to get it up ahead. It's going to be headed out. Buffs control it. Gabe gets it over to Sosak. Sosak trying to dribble, has it taken away. Buffs control it out at the midline. Hartman will feed it back. Now we'll go back to Cristal, who will reset the offense once again for WT. They spread out. A 4-2-4. Scarth back to Burton. Scarth will dribble up. Comes over to the middle. Clever will get it over to the near side. And that's going to be Bennett's. Theo will bring it up. Into the middle. Looks and finds Palomino. Palomino got pushed from behind. No call on that tackle. Taken away by the Grizzlies over on the near side. Daune controls it. Scarth goes over on the right side, trying to feed it up ahead. But that's going to be kicked off to the goalie, who controls it. 5:30 left to play. Comes over to the near side to the Wallman, or the 6'7" junior from London, England. Gets it up ahead. Avery Richards. Richards controls it. Across to the midline. Buffs trying to make the theft there. And they do. Palomino has it. Palomino gives it to Scarth. Scarth will feed it into the middle, trying to drive, is Suggs. Suggs' left foot is going to be knocked away off the body of a Grizzly. That's going to be kicked up ahead. Buffs control it. There's the feed up ahead to Suggs. Suggs goes across the field. Palomino brings it back out. Hartman and Scarth play keep away. Scarth works it up over to Navarez. Back out top to Scarth. Scarth comes over to the near side. Elodge has it. The sophomore from Gainesville will work through and bring it back to the near side. Sosak. Adam will dribble toward the middle. Kicks it up. Scarth. Over on the right side to Hartman. Hartman to Scarth. Scarth. It's a pass up Elaj. Elaj will dribble up. Back to Sosak to Elaj. Here's a give and go. Sosak got thrown down, and that's going to be a foul called on Avery Richards. So free kick for the Buffaloes. Clock at 3:20 left to play. Referee will mark off 10 steps for the Grizzlies. So setting up the wall will be Ezekiel Hernandez and Avery Richards. Sosak gets set to put this one in play. Lobs it up in the air. It's going to be knocked out by the goalie, and so that'll be a corner kick for the Buffaloes. So heading over to the other side will be Sosak, as he will have a corner kick from the far side of the pitch in the northeast corner. Really no wind here today. Sosak puts that in play. Trying to dribble around. Scarth, left foot, kicks it in the middle. Now it's over to the right side. Here's a lob up ahead. Here's a header. Oh, just misses. Oh, goodness.
It's okay, boss.
Burton wants that one back. Daniel. And he was wide open. Just couldn't get the angle on that one. Esteban Tavera will clear it for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies just having a difficult time staying in their offensive end of the field. Buffs scramble for the loose ball. Grizzlies come away with it. Over on the far side of the field, Martin Fryman will drive. And that's going to be taken away by the Buffaloes. They'll kick it up ahead. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. And it'll be a Buff throw-in with 1:30 left to play here in the first half. WT leads 4-0. It's been a good afternoon for the Buffs. In it comes. It's going to be lobbed up to Sosak on the near side. He'll control it. Goes back. Just at 1 minute left to play. Scarth
1 minute remaining.
trying to feed it up ahead. Scarth controls it.
Go, Sam.
Or to Palomino. Chris will go to the right side of the field. Now to Hartman. Hartman. Back to Suggs. Over on the near side to Dioune. Dioune trying to feed it up ahead, but that's going to be stopped by Manor. Wolf will get it across. Theo Bennett will run it down, kicks it over to Burton. Daniel Burton
30 seconds.
will move it up ahead, trying to feed it up ahead. Trying to drive on the far sideline. Here's a stop, kick toward the middle.
10, 9,
that's going to be headed up.
8, 7.
Grizzlies
6,
trying to run that down.
5, 4, 3.
They
2,
feed it up ahead, and that'll
1.
be the first half of play with the Buffs leading by a count of 4-0 over the Grizzlies of Adams State. So a comfortable first half lead for WT, to the delight of head coach Butch Laufer. He's telling everybody good job as they make their way to the locker room.
At the half,
We want
West
to take a
Texas
timeout. We'll
4,
do
Adams
so, and
State
we'll come
0.
back after this at the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M. But first, this break on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. and our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. 1 for you, 1 for him, and 1 for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Since 1910, WT and the Department of Agricultural Sciences has provided high-quality education to the students of the Panhandle and beyond.
At WT, professors know me and are committed to my success.
If you want to get an ag industry job, WT is where you need to be.
I don't want just a job and a paycheck after graduation. I want a career where I can make a difference.
WT invested in my career. I intend to pay it forward.
JT Cavender, Mechanical Engineering in Midlothian, Texas. I chose WT for football. You know, secondary choice, you know, definitely engineering. That's definitely what I looked at next, you know, and WT is a great engineering school. So some of the strengths of the engineering programs are being able to engage with the professors and be able to build a relationship with them. And then you have a great community behind you. And that's probably one of the strongest parts of Canyon and WT. And so it pushes me to be great.
I have always had a passion for sports. My purpose changed from being an athlete on the field to supporting other athletes during their athletic career. The athletic training program has given me opportunities to directly impact players on and off the court. Through my clinical hours, I have gained the knowledge and create rehab programs to help athletes play the sport they love. My efforts contribute towards getting players back in the game, and it is my mission to lead athletes to healthy lives. WT was my next step. Now I am fully equipped to helping athletes stay in the game through sports medicine.
My name is Jason Harris. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm a senior majoring in computer information systems with a minor in marketing. I know I always had to pursue a career in computers because that's where the world's going. I'm good at it. Why not? But I also have a passion for creating content with my camera. I love photography, videography, and eventually I want to start my own marketing firm. I also want to keep growing, gaining more knowledge, so that way I can actually pursue the career that I want. As far as my favorite professors here, I learned more about business, management, and all aspects of that from him than I've learned from anybody else. Best class I've ever taken in my life. He just gives me a perspective on the world that I never had before. And it made me realize that there's a lot more out there that I can do, and more out there that I still need to do and experience to become the person I want to be. WT's special because I came as an engineer. I discovered my love for photography, and I was able to branch out into my love for business. And it all let me do that without any pressure or any criticism. And without that, I wouldn't be who I am right now.
I'm learning the skills I need to be successful right here, right now. I'm ready to conquer anything that comes my way, from job interviews to working with a team and selling my art. I'm ready to take charge. WT was my next step, and I am on the path to becoming a successful art director.
And how are we going to get there? Get there with room to spare in your new Ford Expedition from Tri-State Ford on I-40 at Ross. Grab your friends and go. Tons of new Fords are rolling in. Face the road ahead in a dependable truck. The built Ford Tough F-150. Looking for more horsepower? Saddle up the legendary Ford Mustang. Or how about a new Bronco or a Maverick? We've got your new ride. You'll find friendly hometown service every day at Tri-State Ford. Come see us on I-40 at Ross.
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
Well, welcome back to The Pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M as we look at our first half statistics, which were very much dominated by the Buffaloes, as shots in that first half favor the Buffaloes 19-0. Shots on goal, the Buffs had 6. No shots on goal for the Grizzlies. Saves, 2 for the Grizzlies. Since there were no shots on goal, no saves for the Buffaloes. Fouls, the Grizzlies had 5. WT had 0. And then corner kicks, Buffaloes with 4, and the Grizzlies with none. There was an offside on each team in that first half. As we look at how the goals were scored by the Buffaloes, they kind of got to go in early. Dylan Watson, with 10:17 gone in the first half, was able to find the left corner post to put the Buffs up 1-0. Josh Beeson, then, with 20:44 gone in that first half, got a great assist from Calderon. Venancio really just fed him up ahead and got it to Josh Beeson, so he finds the back of the net. The Buffs lead 2-0. And then with 29:55 gone, it was a Mateo Landis feed over to Gabriel Navarez as he dropped in one that went across in front and found its way as it curled into the net. And then Gabriel got another unassisted breakaway as it was one-on-one with a goalie, and Gabriel was able to drop that one in for the 4-0 lead for the Buffaloes. And so, again, just nice action for the Buffs. As mentioned, they had 19 total shots in that first half, none for Adams State. And, again, it's one of those that the Buffs have been very offensive-minded in this one. A lot of subs got into this as well, so we'll be interested to see who's starting here in the second half. As far as action goes today, this is one of 2 games taking place. St. Mary's, who the Buffs lost to in their opener this season, they are taking on the Academy of Art in San Francisco. That'll be later today. And so some of the other action that took place yesterday, UT Tyler better than Harding 2-1. Dallas Baptist beat Chota Baptist 3-0. Also, St. Thomas and St. Edwards settled on a 2-2 draw. Lubbock Christian beat Northwest Nazarene. That's who the Buffs beat on Thursday. They beat them yesterday 1-0. South Dakota Mines was one better than Eastern New Mexico. They won that one 1-0. And then Midwestern State taking on Southern Nazarene of Oklahoma. That's who the Buffs played to a tie on Tuesday. And it was a 5-1 win for Midwestern State. So again, you can see some of the fans out having fun here at the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M as the Buffaloes on a sunny afternoon. Again, not a cloud really in the sky in this one, as temperatures warmed up to 80 degrees. And what's interesting is Adams State stayed out on the field the entire half while the Buffaloes went back to their locker room. Of course, Adams State had a player that was being taken care of as well by the paramedics. Came in to take a look at Ben Brock, the 6-foot freshman from Gilbert, Arizona. Brock is sitting on the bench, has a towel over his head, as they continue to talk a little bit about his care. We believe that when he hit the turf, he might have hurt his shoulder. Maybe it came down on his shoulder. Looks like they have an ice bag on his left shoulder right now. So he's just relaxing on the bench as his team over in the far northeast corner gets final instructions from their head coach, Justin Guilford. Again, the Buffs lead this one 4-0, looking for their second win in a row, as the Buffs got that win over Northwest Nazarene on Thursday for their first win of the year. Now trying to make it 2-0. Buffs, of course, picked third in the Lone Star Conference, as St. Mary's again sits atop of the rankings, collected 22 of 31st place votes, followed by Midwestern State. So those teams sit atop the preseason selection. Of course, for the Buffaloes, they have this one with Adams State. They are here on Wednesday as they take on Lubbock Christian. That'll be a 7 o'clock game before they hit the road for 2, as they will travel to Midwestern State. That'll be next Saturday, and then St. Edwards the following Wednesday as we get into Lone Star Conference play. So both teams getting final instructions. The Buffs are out on the pitch getting ready to get this one underway. As we take a look at some of the coaches poll, Franklin Pierce continues to lead the nation. Cal State Los Angeles is number 2. Florida Tech is number 3, and CSU Pueblo is number 4. Midwestern is number 6. So they're the highest team ranked in the Lone Star Conference right now. UC Colorado Springs is number 14 in the poll. St. Mary's is number 20. And then, as mentioned, receiving votes, Colorado School of Mines and Southern Nazarene also received some votes in the top 20. We're set to get the second half underway. Buffs will be going from left to right. Adams State will be going from right to left. Adams State will put this one in play as we will get this one about set to get underway. Looks like a lot of players that were subbed in toward the end of the first half of the Buffaloes still out there as well. So Grizzlies control it as we start our second half. Over on the near side with it is Pedro Landeros, the 5'7" junior from Chandler. Gets it back to the middle, taken away by the Buffs as they look to attack, get it up on the near side. Scramble for the ball. Sugg trying to work through traffic, trying to get it down in the corner to Gabriel Navarez. There's a shot toward the goal, and the goalie gets it out. Buffs head it, keep it in play. Calderon gets it over on the near side. They tried to feed it in the middle to Suggs. Over to the near side now for the Grizzlies. Jonathan Jimenez Flores will work it to the far side, but that's going to be taken away by the Buffs. Controlling it, Chris Palomino sends it to the back line. Now we'll reset over to the near side. That's Daniel Burton. Burton goes over to Bennett's. Bennett's back to Burton. Burton will bring it up to Hartman. Keaton back to Burton. He'll work it over to Theo Bennett, the 6'1 junior from Chester, England. Up ahead. Controlling it for the Buffaloes was Baraga, who came in to start the second half. Over to the near side, Calderon tries to run this one down, feeds it up ahead. With it is Navarrete. Here's across the goal. That's going to be headed up and into the back of the net. And so Trevor Suggs, 6'3 junior from Las Cruces, uses his height advantage on a nice feed from Venancio Calderon. And the Buffs push their 5th goal across just into the second half as Trevor Suggs does a nice job to put that in the back of the net with a header. And the Buffs get another attempt. That one just misses. So getting set to put this one in play. Zach Carr. Buffs lead it 5-0. Referee says let's put this one in play, so Carr does. It's going to come up to the near side, and trying to feed it up the field is Pedro Landeros. Buffs throw this one in up ahead. They get it to Sugg. That one was off of Calderon's face. Actually, they're going to call a hand on that one. It's Calderon trying to protect his face, had his hand up. So it'll be a free kick for the Grizzlies. Putting that one in play is John Mark Messersmith. Scramble. Buffs control it. Trying to drive up ahead. There's a pass to the back line. Hartman has it. Goes back to Burton, who will go over to Bennett's as the Buffs will reset. Calderon drives it up ahead, trying to feed it, but that's going to be taken away nicely by Quincy McDonald. McDonald will attack across the midline along the far side. He'll bring it up toward the middle. Trying to get it over to the near side to Avery Richards. Richards runs that one down, lobs it up in the air. That's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Knocked back with a header by Mercara. Landeros. Is that one? It's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for the Buffs. Keaton Hartman will get set to throw it in. The 6' junior from Hobbs, New Mexico. Very stellar game for him as well today so far. Controlling it for the Buffs. And tripped up. No call on that. That's a late call. Trying to drive up ahead was Ignacio Barrega, the 5'9 junior from Santa Cruz, Bolivia. So Hartman will do the inbounds, kicks it to the back line, and that'll be Burton who goes over to Bennett's. They'll reverse the field, take it to the far side. Here's a feed up ahead. Again, back to Bennett's. Theo comes to the near side. To Burton, back to Bennett's. We'll get it up to Chris Palomino. Palomino will dribble through traffic. Trying to feed it up ahead. Oh, good back kick, but that's going to be taken away by the Grizzlies. Hartman tries to run this one down. Trying to drive it is Flores. Flores gets it up ahead to Fryman. Fryman over to Richards, over on the far side of the pitch. Nice sliding save. That one actually is going to go out of bounds. Thought it was a nice attempt, I should say, on the far sideline by Caleb Avila. So this will be a throw in for the Buffs. Trying to feed it up ahead. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Another throw in for WT. Palomino will drive it up ahead. Suggs keeps it along that sideline. Now they drive it toward the middle across the field. Trying to dribble through traffic is Gabriel Navarez. Already has 2 goals. Wound up to shoot that one. Had it tipped away by the Grizzlies. On the far side, trying to outrace everybody, is Quincy McDonald. McDonald tries to send it back to the middle, but the Buffs come away with that one. Up ahead. Gabe will work it to the back line. Over on the near side with it. Calderon. Hartman gets it up ahead to Borrega. Now the back line, Theo Bennett will control it over to Burton on the near side. Burton will advance across the midline. Now we'll drive through traffic. Looking to feed it up ahead. Burton kicks it over to the far side. Palomino will lob it up. Try to get it up on the right side. He had the right idea. Goes up on the right side. Trying to push ahead was Gabriel Navarez, 5'10 sophomore from Gainesville. Buffs control this one 5-0. 37 minutes left to play in this match today. Back to the back line. Pedro Landeros will kick it up ahead, but the Buffs will control it. Here's a pass to the middle. Suggs trying to, it's Cleaver Sibomana. The 6'3 sophomore from San Antonio tries to dribble up ahead. Over to the middle. There's a shot, and that's going to be knocked down by the goalie. Trying to get that one wound up was Moraga. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. That'll be a Buff throw-in. Hardman will throw it in. Moraga will go over to the far side of the field. Palomino back to Moraga. He'll feed it up ahead. Calderon now into the corner on the right side. Navarez kicks it back across. There's a header again for the Buffaloes, trying to get it to Sugg, but again using his height advantage. As Trevor trying to get that header in, but it just goes wide of the net, so it'll be a goal kick for Zach Carr. Called Zach Carr's name more than anyone today. He's been in the thick of it. It's 5-0 lead for the Buffs. Trying to attack, get to the corner. Sugg try to control the soccer ball. It's going to be kicked out of bounds. That'll be a throw in. That is off of the foot of John Mark Metzer-Smith. So Hartman gets set to put this one in play. Lobbed up toward the goal. Buffs try to control it in, but the Grizzlies will get that one out. Scramble for the loose ball. Buffs control it. Bennett's has it at the midline. Theo comes over to Burton. Daniel feeds it up ahead to Hartman. Back to Burton. Over in the middle. Trying to drive is Barrega. Barrega. Go over to the far side of Palomino. Chris will come back out high to Calderon. Calderon to Hartman. Hartman kicks it down in the corner. Trying to control that. There's a give back to Hartman. Back over. Trying to get a feed. It's going to be taken away by the Grizzlies. Nice defensive effort that time by Adams State. Trying to dribble out. Scramble for the loose ball. Grizzlies control it. Get it to their back line. In goal. Across the way. They get it over to Jaden Fambro. Fambro will bring it up and come across the field. Trying to get it up ahead. That's going to be taken away by the Buffs and knocked out of bounds by Hartman. So that'll be a throw-in for the Grizzlies. 34 minutes left to play here in this match. Landeros gets this one in. Controlled by the Buffs. Palomino will try to feed that up ahead to Suggs. Trevor drives it along the far sideline. Controls it. Feeds it back. Palomino leaves it for Barraga. Over to the near side with it. Trying to control it. For the Buffs, trying to get it into the corner. It's Gabriel Navarez. That's going to be a Buff throw-in. Navarez will do that, but before that, we're going to have a subs coming in for the Buffs. As Rotem Weiss, the 5'9" junior from Mazkaret Boycha, Israel, will come in. And setting down, Gabriel Navarez. That's a lob toward the goal. Buffs control it. Trying to dribble through traffic. There's a little pooch up on the near side, and Barrega tries to get it. That's going to be cleared. Hartman keeps it toward the box. Scramble for the loose ball. Weiss kicks that one up. Palomino kicks that one up. That one's going to be a Buff throw-in on the near side. Hartman will get it and throw it in. Hartman steps back and regroups. Lobs it up ahead. That's trying to get a header for Sugg. And that's going to be controlled by the Buffs as Burton knocks that one back. Scramble for the loose ball. Foul called on the Buffs. Clever Sibomana. Sibomana got called for the push. Clever from San Antonio. Calderon controls it. Palomino back in the middle. Buffs clear it on the left side. Daiune has it. Kicks it to Bennett. Theo comes up, lobs it up ahead on the far left side. Trying to get Weiss, and that's going to be called off sides. Weiss got ahead of the defenders on that one. 31 minutes, 16 seconds left to play in this match. Buffs lead 5-0. Buffs got 2 goals in that first half. From Gabriel Navarez. Hartman clears it. Here's a pass up ahead to Palomino. Up ahead. The goalie comes up with that. Suggs was having to watch to make sure he wasn't off sides. So he had to kind of slow up on that one. Carr puts it in play. Fabro will bring it out. Tries to feed it on the left side to Martin Fryman. Ahead, here's a feed. Trying to get it up ahead. And that one's going to be taken away by the Buffs. Trying to get ahead of the pack was Avery Richards. And coming back the other way, across the field to Weiss. But he can't run that one down. Getting set to come into the next opportunity will be Kelvin Ortega, a 6-foot sophomore from Savannah, Georgia. A lot of Buffs getting into action here in this one, leading 5-0. 29 minutes, 45 seconds left to play in this one, just under 30. Buffs attack. Here's a crossover. Here's a shot. It's going to be knocked away, still up in the air. Scramble for the ball. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, and that should be a corner kick for the Buffaloes. As heading down to put that one in play will be Ignacio Barrega from Santa Cruz, Bolivia, the junior. So Kelvin Artiega will come in for Calderon. Kelvin Artiega, the 6-foot sophomore from Savannah, Georgia, played at Young Harris before coming to WT. Barrega gets set to put this one in play. Here's the whistle from the official. This is lobbed up high in the air. And there's a corner, there's a kick toward the goal. It goes wide. Barrega controls it. Comes back across the center of the net. That one's going to go out of bounds. And so it will be a throw-in for the goalie. So Zach Carr will put this one in play. Again, it's warmed up to over 80 degrees, and so we were in the hundreds 2 weeks ago. Then it cooled down to the 70s this past week. Now it's back up. It's temperature warming on this cloudless afternoon. A shot toward the goal, and Cristal will run it down. 81, our current temperature. Wind kind of non-existent. We haven't seen the flag move all day. The northwest at about 5 miles an hour. Attacking the Buffs. Daune will bring it across the middle of the field. Now trying to drive it up ahead, the Buffs. There's a shot toward the goal. Daune will run this one down. It's a shot across the way. Buffs control it. Try to drive toward the middle. Grizzlies will control this one and bring it out. There's a shot up ahead. Working to get it to McDonald. Quincy, the 6'4 junior from St. Louis, kicks it in the corner, but he'll kick that way out of bounds. This will be a goal kick for the Buffaloes. A couple of subs getting set to come back in for the Grizzlies. Utaf Agaboye, 5'9 freshman from Wiley, will come in. Also coming in will be Emmanuel Mepazzini, 5'9 freshman from Wiley, Texas. And coming back in, Caden Reese.
Entering the pitch for Adams State, 36, Caden Reese. Number 47, Emmanuel Mepenzi. And number 27, Baludafe Agabuye.
All freshmen that came in. Buffs control it in their end. Cristal will kick it out over on the far sideline, trying to get it to Daune. He'll drive toward the middle. Gets it across over to the far sideline. Now trying to drive. Suggs is tackled, and so that'll be a free kick for the Buffs, as that penalty will go against Jaden Fambro, 6' freshman. Very young team, Adams State, the Grizzlies. 25 minutes, 26 seconds left to play in this one. Buffs lead 5-0. So a free kick for the Buffs. Getting set to put his foot into it, Ignacio Barrega, 5'9 junior from Santa Cruz. They set up the offense on the near side, a little pushing and shoving with Hardman. Here's Hardman's shot. It's going to be knocked down by the goalie, and it's going to fall in. He knocked it down, but then it dribbled away, and that was followed in by Clever Subamana. So we'll see who they give that to, but it was Hardman who got free, put his foot into it to make it 6-0 in favor of the Buffs. A couple of Buffs getting set to come back in.
Here comes the T-shirt.
So Keaton Hardman. That one's put in play by the Grizzlies. 6-0, the Buffs lead this one.
Buffs number 25, Philip Liaño, and number 29, Ignacio Barriga.
So Josh Beeson comes back in, and so too Philip Liaño, 5'9" senior from Beaumont, gets in the action. Also coming in for the Buffs, Daniel.
And pitch for the Buffs, number 24, Daniel Alviso.
Alviso, the 5'5" junior from Austin. As Hartman comes out after scoring the goal. Buffs continue to keep it at their offensive end. The Grizzlies trying to bring it up across the midline. The Buffs will run this one down. Burton will chase it. Send it over to the goalie. Cristal will put a boot into it. We'll get it up to Diune. Diune get it across center line. Feed it up ahead. Trying to get it to Rotom Weiss. He was knocked down. Comes over to the near side. Avery Richards goes back to his goalie, Carr. Now he'll reset the offense for the Grizzlies. Over on the far side, Jaden Fambro feeds it up ahead. Grizzlies control it, but then they lose it out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for the Buffs. Just under 23 minutes left to play. Buffs control it. There's a feed over to the near side. With it is Barrega. And Barrega has that taken away. It's going to be a foul called on Bulatif. Dave Bioye. Freshman got called for the foul, so it'll be a free kick for the Buffs. Getting set to put this in play will be Theo Bennett. Another Buff substitute, Beck Adams, will come in at the next opportunity. Bennett's put his foot into it, and that's going to go out of bounds, and so that'll be a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Beck Adams is a 6'2" sophomore from McKinney, Texas. Oh, instead of a goal kick, it's going to be a corner kick, so that must have been deflected.
Entering the pitch for the Buffs,
out of bounds.
2, Beck Adams.
So Beck Adams comes in, and he'll replace Daniel Burton, 6'4" junior. Lob in, it's going to be knocked away by the Grizzlies. Buffs with the theft. It's going to be fed up ahead to Richards. It's going to be slide tackle. That one's taken away. They keep it in bounds, and now the official calls that a throw in for the Buffs. So Buffs put it in play. Barraga goes to the far sideline. Diune controls it. Village goes up on the left side. Trying to get it to Rotem. Now trying to shake. There's a tackle as Kelvin Arteaga got tackled, and so trying to help him up. Nice display of sportsmanship from the Grizzlies as they help him to his feet. He'll get a free kick. Official says, let's put this in play. 20 minutes left to play in a 6-0 Buffalo lead. Whole host of players getting set to come in, including a goalie for the Buffaloes, as Eric Perez will get to come in, the sophomore. There's a shot on goal. Buffs still control it. Here's a shot that's going to go off of McDonald and quickly attacking the other way. Here's a feed on the near side. With it is Edward Hudkovic. And Dause will knock this one over to the far sideline. Controlled by the Grizzlies. It's going to be knocked toward the middle. Buffs control it. Let's kick back to Cristal by Philip Liano. There's a move from Cleaver Sibamana. There's a feed up ahead for the Buffs. Trying to break free is Bodega. Goes over to the far side. Here's a give and go. Beeson in the middle. Nice pass, and he goes down, and I think he may be cramping up. Beeson gets up and will work this one off. That's going to go out of bounds. So a whole host of substitutes come in as Eric Perez, the 6'1 sophomore from Dallas, will come in to the goal for Asaf Cristal.
Entering the pitch for the Grizzlies, number 24.
Also coming in, Sebastian Salazar, 5'11 freshman from Flower Mound for the Buffs, and a host of players coming in for the Grizzlies of Adams State. Just under 18 minutes left to play in this one. Cristal with a smile. No shot attempts by the Grizzlies on the goalie today. Buffs get this one in. Buffs control it. With it. Arteaga get it over the near side. Trying to drive is Bodega to the middle to Beeson. Beeson over on the right side. Controlling it, El Viezo. Kicks it to the back line. Trying to run that one down is Beck Adams. Adams will kick it back to the goalie. Perez will go across the field. Trying to dribble up. Buffs get it up ahead to Bodega, and they've got a foul called. Oh, that may even be a yellow card on that one. Looks like he reached in the pocket. He's going to show a yellow card on Beluti Adeboye, the 5'9 freshman from Wiley. Bodega gets up. He walks away, says, I'm okay. Daune will put this one in play. We'll send it to the back line. As Salazar brings it over on the near side to Alviezo. Alviezo to Beeson, knocked away by the Grizzlies. They have it. Tried to feed it to the middle, but the Buffs come away with it. This is to Beck in the back line. Beck will center over to the middle, and Salazar will control it. Salazar comes back to the near side. Beck Adams goes to the middle. Weiss controls it, keeps it to Barrega. Barrega to the back line. Salazar bringing it across to the near side. That's going to be taken away by the Grizzlies. Over to the near side, running it down for the Buffs, Aviela. Feeds it along the line. Up ahead, that's taken away by Mapiazzini. In the middle, driving through traffic, taking that one back away. Philip Liano for the Buffs and feeds it up ahead to Beeson. That one got kicked out of bounds. Let's see what the official says here. That's going to be a Buff throw in. In fact, they may say it's a free kick. Not sure if that was a foul.
Entering the pitch for the Bucks, number 21, Dylan Watson.
Dylan Watson comes in. Coming out after running a lot today, Elridge Daiune. So Watson comes back in. Watson has it taken away from him. That's going to be a trip called on the Buffalo's Kelvin Arteaga. So free kick for Emmanuel Mapiazzini. .14:30 left to play. 6-0 Buffs with the lead comfortably. In this one, they have gotten almost everybody in. Buffs control it on the far side. Taken away by the Grizzlies. Buffs will take that one back. Feeding in the middle, Beeson hits the deck. And he'll get a free kick, or the Buffs will get a free kick. So foul called, and coming up to put this one in play looks like Daniel Elviezo. Five junior from Austin gets set to put his foot into this one. Lobs this one up ahead. That's going to be headed out by the Grizzlies. Watson will take it down in the corner. Watson crosses it back toward the middle. It's going to be knocked away by the Grizzlies. This one is fed up ahead, trying to run it down. Edward Hudkovich. And we got a foul called on the Buffalo, so free kick for the Grizzlies. 13 minutes left to play in this one. A lot of goals scored by the Buffs in this one today. Keaton Hartman, Trevor Suggs, Gabe Navarra has 2. Josh Beeson and Dylan Watson scored the first one of the afternoon. So set to put this in play will be Ezekiel Hernandez. He's trying to set up the offense. The official says, let's go. Puts his foot into it. It's going to be headed out by the Buffs. Beeson knocks it up ahead. It's going to be kicked back defensively by the Grizzlies. They try to control it. Back to the back line, and the Grizzlies will reset. 12 minutes left to play. Goes back to the goalie. Zach Carr will reset. Pass still on the back line for the Grizzlies. They work it to the near side of the field. Manuel will work it back to the goalie. Carr controls it, gets it to the outside. Back to Carr. He put his foot into it. It's going to be taken away by the Buffs. That was going to be knocked away by Ignacio Badega. Another sub coming in for Adams State. Pedro Landeros will come back in from Chandler, Arizona. Also coming in,
entering the pitch for the Grizzlies,
Hans Christian Groting.
Number 31, Pedro Landeros. And number 28, Julian Holta Pedersen.
Also coming in, it's Peterson as he gets rid of his bench smock. So throwing it in. It's going to be headed up by the Buffs. Knocked out of bounds. Will be another. Nope, still in play. Buffs keep it in bounds. Comes over to the back line. Back to the goalie. Perez controls it. And Perez almost tackled as he kicks that one away. Buffs. Bring it to the near side. Up to Watson. Dillon will work it toward the middle. The goalie's going to come up as they tried to feed it up ahead, so he'll roll that one out. Buffs attack. And they control it. Watson goes over to Sibiamana. Here's a shot in the left corner, trying to get it. Beeson trying to work through. We got a foul called. A lot of hand checking going on. That fouls go against the Grizzlies with under 10 minutes left to play. So it'll be a free kick for the Buffs. As they set up the perimeter for the Grizzlies. Still a lot of conversation. This one's going to be put down, and there's a host of Buff players over there as the referee will mark off the 10 steps for the wall. Grizzlies will put that one up. See who puts this in play for WT. One's fired in there, still scrambled around, and that's going to be cleared out by the Grizzlies to the near side. And so it'll be a throw in for the Buffaloes with 8:45 left to play. Watson will put this one in play. Nope, instead it will be Oviezo puts it in play, and that's going to be knocked out. It'll be a Buff throw in. Daniel will put this back in play, the 5'5" junior from Austin, Texas. Lobs it toward the goal. It's going to be headed out. Buffs run that down, though, and they'll send it to the back line and reset as they come across to Beck Adams. Adams will feed it up ahead. Piazza will look to Beeson in the corner. Beeson trying to work through traffic, has that knocked away, so it'll be a Buff throw in. Daniel gets set to throw this one in and does. Trying to dribble away is Kelvin Tiago. Tiago will work it back. Daniel feeds it up. Now they'll go to the back line. Weeks is tripped up, and that's going to be a foul call. Or Beck Adams, excuse me, got tripped up. That'll be a free kick for the Buffaloes. They put it in play, back to the goalie. Perez will kick it across the field to the far side. Back to the near side to Beck Adams. Adams puts his foot into it to the far side, trying to get it to Beeson. Josh tries to control that one, sends it back. Cleaver, Sambio Mona comes over to the near side. Sebastian Salazar controls it for the Buffs. Gets it over to the far side, Philip Liano. Back to the goalie, Eric Perez. Perez will knock it up ahead, trying to feed Daniel Oviezo. It's taken away by Emmanuel Matspazini. Controlling it, Francisco Orieto for the Grizzlies. The Buffs take it back. Feed it up ahead to Beeson. Josh, nice feed in the corner. Weiss will drive. Nice move shot. It's going to be blocked. It's still up in the air, but man, Rotem, once that one back, he had a great look. And that goes back to Adams, to Salazar. Salazar will work it back to Perez. 5:47 left to play. Eric. Salazar. Play keep away. Perez sends this one up ahead to Watson. Watson, nice feed over on the left side. That's going to be fed toward the middle. That's a header. And the goalie goes up and takes that away from Beeson. Beeson was in the net over the right side. It's going to be controlled by the Grizzlies. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in this one. That was almost a bad throw. The goalie had to run that one down so it didn't go into the corner of the net. Back across the goal over to the far side for the Grizzlies. It's fed up ahead. To the back line. Salazar working to the near side. Controlling it, the Grizzlies across the midline. Grizzlies will send this one up to the near side and running it down. Trying to run that down before it goes out of bounds. To no avail for the Grizzlies was Luciano Camarena, 6-foot freshman from Colorado Springs. So it's a throw-in for the Buffaloes. Lob it up ahead. Camarena keeps it alive, but the Buffs with the theft. Feed it up ahead, trying to get it to Beeson again. Scramble for the loose ball. Goalie comes out and knocks that one away from Beeson. Out to the midline. It's going to be headed up by the Buffs. 3:30 left to play in this one. To the back line. Trying to drive through traffic, Bodega. Go to Salazar. Salazar goes across the pitch. Or to the far side to Philip Liano. Beck Adams will bring it up. Here's a feed to the middle. Bodega with a nice move. Gets around the defensive tackle. Trying to control it with just under 3 minutes left to play. Grizzlies have an oar on the far side. That one gets by the defensive line, and Beeson runs it down, takes it in the corner. Beeson trying to control it, got tripped up. No call on the play. So Beeson and Marco Vecchiotti from Padova, Italy, get tied up on that one. So that will be a free kick for the Buffaloes. 2:13 left to play. Trying to run this one down is Ignacio Bodega. So it'll be a corner kick for the Buffaloes. 6-0. Under 2 minutes left to play. Buffs get set. Bodega put his right foot into it. Toward the goal. It's going to be headed up and knocked away. Try to dribble it in the box. There's a foul called on the Grizzlies. So it'll be a free kick for the Buffs. 1:30 left to play in this one. Quincy McDonald getting set to come in. McDonald will come in relief of Edward Hudkovich. Slowly bark off the 10 steps for the free kick for the Buffs. Weiss is there, so too is Daniel Viezo. Looks like Daniel's going to do the kick toward the back of the goal, too high. As it goes over the crossbar. And so it'll be a goal kick for the Grizzlies over on the near side. They put it in play. There's a lob up ahead. Scramble for the loose ball. Buffs control it. Beck Adams kicks it back to Eric Perez. Perez back to Adams. Back to Perez. 23 seconds left. Perez goes across the pitch to Salazar. Salazar will kick this one up toward the middle. Scramble for the loose ball. Comes over on the near side. 10 seconds left. Trying to drive it up. Villa kicks it toward the middle.
2, 1.
And that'll be the match as the Buffs win this one by a final of 6-0. Again, a big win for WT as they were attacking often. Again, 33 shots for the Buffaloes in this one. 0. 12 shots on goal. $14 fouls to 3, and 7 corners to none for the Buffs. And so, again, a big win for WT. We'll take a timeout. We'll do so, and we'll come back to the pitch, have our post-game comments. But, again, a big win for the Buffaloes as they win this one by a final of 6-0 here in Canyon. We'll be back after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, we believe in doing the right thing, always.
I'm celebrating my 40th year in business this year. That's longer than any other GM dealer in the Texas Panhandle. At Greg Lair Buick GMC, my selling points remain the same. Our non-commissioned sales staff and my free lifetime powertrain warranty give you complete peace of mind. If that's not enough, now I'll give you $2,000 best price guarantee, and I'll still give you a free lifetime warranty. Why go anywhere else? I'm Greg Lair, and I personally guarantee you this will be the best buying experience you've ever had.
Headquarters and get helped, get fitted, and get your questions answered, and find out about our price matching online today.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Welcome back to the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M as the Buffaloes come away with a 6-0 win today over Adams State. And in doing so, Gabriel Navarez scores 2. I mean, in quick succession today. The sophomore from Gainesville. Talk about this one today. You guys were offensively minded.
Well, yeah, we started pretty strong, and we just want to keep going once I came in. Just scored and want to keep scoring again. Just got to keep playing.
Well, tell me about how the goals came about. You had 2 rather close together there. You had a breakaway one time, and you were able to go one-on-one with a goalie. But before that one, you were deep in the right corner. How did you get that one to fall?
I don't know. The ball just bounced to me. I seen a little angle, and I tried to put it in there and went in.
So what was the game plan coming into this one today? You guys were very offensive-minded. And when I say that, you had it for the most part across the midline. You never really – in fact, they didn't have any shots on goal today. And so how were you guys able, both offensively and defensively, to keep it on that side of the midline?
Just play strong, play offensively. That way they don't really come into our side, and we just keep the ball the whole game.
How fun is it, too, when everybody gets in, gets a chance to play and just get out there and just kind of get running up and down the pitch?
It's fun, especially on a day like today. You got to enjoy it.
Absolutely. Again, nice win today. You guys have won 2 in a row, so that's momentum that you can build on as you guys come home again on Wednesday evening.
Yes, sir. We should want to keep that going. Keep that going throughout the season. Keep that momentum.
All right, Gabriel, congratulations. Nice win, scoring 2 goals. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, Gabriel comes away with 2 goals on this one. We're looking for head coach Butch Lawfer, see if he makes his way over here. He's out there making the guys run, which is interesting. You got to get away from the run on that one. That's right. So we'll get Butch Lawfer to come over again. Goal scored in this one today. Dylan Watson had the first one, and he got the left corner post. Then Josh Beeson with an assist from Calderon. That was the second goal scored. And then, of course, Gabe had those 2 in the first half. In the second half, Trevor Suggs had a header. He got that into the back of the net. And then Keaton Hartman wrapped things up when he got his goal. Butch Lawfer, you got him out there running after the match. And so
no, it's just a little cool down stuff like it was hot today, and it was good that we got a lot of people on the field today, and they've played a lot of soccer in the last I think we had 3 games in 8 days and stuff, so it was good to finish with a victory at home and get a lot of people on the field and get ready for Lubbock Christian on Wednesday.
The nice thing about it too, when you made the changes and you got different in there, really no drop off, and you still kept attacking.
We tried, and sometimes you're harder on those guys than you are the other guys sometimes because you don't want them to just think it's past tense and it's it doesn't really mean anything. So you got to coach those guys just like you coach the other guys. And really happy with the overall attitude of our group today, and especially the guys that were encouraging the guys on the field from the bench too.
Offensively was great, but defensively, no shots allowed. And so, again, your defense kept everything across the middle of the field.
Yeah, we've been working on that. We've been trying to get better. Like I said, those first couple preseason games and a couple games, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a couple times defensively and stuff. But, I feel like we're starting to get a settled squad and a rotation. And, like I said, it took some time for us to figure out where everybody went. And, especially when you have young players, because one of the things you always can count on is that they're inconsistent. 1 minute – one day in practice they look like world beaters, and the next day you go, who is this guy? And then the next day it's, he's in between. And so, they're having to learn to bring their A game every day, and that's kind of new for some of those guys because it's just what they've been involved in can't match the intensity level of training and games. They're just not used to it, so they've got to learn to bring that every day.
Well, you score 6 today. Of course, you won also on Thursday night, so you won 2 in a row. Now you get ready. You got a conference opponent coming in on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's conference opponents, regional game, and I've got them at home. We kind of, they've had our number the last couple of times, so we're going to be really prepared for them, hopefully. And we were able to, like I said, they've improved, so we're going to give us our best shot and have a good go with them at Wednesday night.
Well, question, you really like the improvement your team has made from game 1 to today?
Definitely. It's night and day, And if you don't believe me, you need to ask her. Cause, it's been, and you can see it with the players, and, they were, at first they were kind of down. Oh, man, we're not going to be very – so, look, we got a lot of new bodies. It's a moving chessboard, and you got to move people around, and what you don't have in the beginning is time. And time is the enemy in this sport, and so sometimes you just – the more time we're having, the more time we can, like I said, they show consistency, and then that allows us to move people in the right spot, and then we start to build relationships like we talked about the other day, playing next to them, playing in front. And that's starting to come about, and it's also relationships of, well, if somebody has to come out, we know, okay, we're going to go with this guy. Right. And somebody else comes out from over here, we're going to go with this guy now. Right. So we kind of start to create that depth chart, of where people need to go and stuff like that. And so and that way, it's one reason why you see, hopefully, that the level doesn't drop too much.
Right. Well, you didn't see it today. Again, 6-0. The Buffs win this one. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it. It's good to see you.
All right.
Doing it again, all right?
See you
guys.
All right. Butch Lawfer joining us on the postgame show. Again, the Buffs with a big 6-0 win today over Adams State. And again, the Buffs have won 2 in a row. They're 2-2-1 on the season. They get ready for a conference opponent on Wednesday night. Of course, we'll have that one for you right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. Big thanks once again to the Thunder Vision crew for bringing great shots on this one today. And we'll do the same thing on Wednesday night. Until then, enjoy your Sunday afternoon as we wrap this one up on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.